Today, I'll be taking this recycled paint bucket and covering it first with cardboard and then with half-inch foam. If you're new to my channel, thanks so much for joining me. And if you're a Ankara fam, thank you for your continued support. I'll be using a piece of 2x4 wood the length of the bucket and attaching it to the lid using a screw and keep aside. To soften the sides of my bucket, I'm using batting, or some may call it fiber, around the sides before adding my fabric. I'm using a beautiful piece of Ankara print. It reminds me of an indigo print. To prepare my cushion, I'm going to be using a 14-inch round board and marking it in all four corners before drilling into the wood and through the bucket. I'll put Ziploc cables through the wood that will finally be used to attach the wood to the bucket. The Ziploc cables have been added. Now let's dab a little glue before adding the foam to the wood and let it dry. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be using this beautiful piece of Ankara material which actually has two prints. I'm going to be using one print for the top and another for the bottom. I'll leave a list of all the items used in today's project in the description box below. Now that I've completed my cushion, let's move on to the side panel and wrap the bucket with the fabric. You can machine or hand stitch the back seam. I'll be stapling down the fabric around the bottom of the bucket, where I'll be attaching my cushion. Remember not to cover the holes at the bottom of the bucket. This is where you'll eventually pass your Ziploc, attaching your cushion to the bucket. Now that the cushion is attached, we can close the bucket, covering it with the lid. I'll add screws at the sides of the lid to permanently close. Finally, I'm going to add a 14-inch round board to my base and then attach the legs. We've come to the end of this project and I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, well then give me a big thumbs up. And remember, you can support my channel by subscribing and sharing with your friends. See you in 2023. Thanks so much for watching.